Which is more damaging? Ghosting the person or letting them know, hey, listen, you're just not what I'm looking for right now?
Letting them know. So you really done. Like, really.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all feel, man? You tuned in to another great episode of the Mail Translations Podcast. You already know it's Tuesday night, so we're going to get right on into it, man. For everybody that doesn't know and not familiar with the podcast, what we do break down the difference of what men say and women hear, give men a voice, giving women insight on relationships. We the men's voice when it comes to relationships, man.
Yeah. It is a difference.
I'm feeling good tonight, man. We got another awesome topic for you guys tonight, man. Before we get started, though, I want to say if you guys are new to the show, man, hit that share button. If you like the content, man, hit that like button. We need the support. We need you guys to continue to show love like y'all do every week. And like I said, man, just to support the show, it costs you nothing to click is my motto, man. So if you can please hit that like button, hit that share button, and we're going to get right on into it and have a good time tonight, man. Jeff, I want to say, man, shout out to you, man. Man, them Cowboys, man. What happened last time, man? Jeff, you know, he was screaming, go Cowboys, wasn't it? I don't know. I caught that on the tail end. You know, he tried to slip that in, go Cowboys. I was like, oh, yeah, Jeff, I'm sorry about that, big dog. I'm sorry, but I ain't sorry, you know. It was Thomas, Jeffrey, Patrick, what was his name?
Yeah. Thomas, Edward, Patrick, Brady, Jr.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lord have mercy. Boy, that boy food, Jeff. But everybody out there, man, you guys already know how we do it. Man, we're going to have a good time tonight, man. The topic that we're going to discuss is, are relationships worth it nowadays? You know, are relationships worth it? I wanted to discuss this because, man, you know, oftentimes I get hit up by the Tamika, what's happening? A lot of times we get hit up by people out and about, just kind of inferring that relationships ain't what they used to be. They ain't what it was in the old days. And I oftentimes get conflicted because while people talk about relationships ain't what they were in the old days, so many people talk down on the old relationships of the old days. You know, Big Daddy had a family of the road, and Big Mama wasn't really happy, and he was cheating, and he had another one on cross. So, I mean, you know, all that talk back and forth, but yet today what we're seeing is, you know, a changing of the guard, man. And a lot of times when you have somebody like myself or other people speak about relationships, it's almost like the people who still out in the game playing single and doing their thing, or just circumstantially, however that come, they talk about it like, hey, man, it ain't nothing like what y'all think it is. Like what y'all talking about, and yeah, you know, such and such. It's almost like the information outdated because how things are operating.
Look now, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that for the most part, when you talk to women, the notion is almost like men ain't worth it nowadays. I don't know if you get that impression, but I've gotten that before. You talking to women, it's almost like you got nothing positive, nothing good to say about men. And then same thing on the other side. So I say, man, listen, we should top it up for a little bit today, unless you got something more pertinent on your mind, something you've been going, you know, throughout the week. But I say, man, let's chop that up. How people believe the other person not worth it. Right now, you know what I mean? We talk about so many stuff, you know, the numbers game, how it favors men. Right. We talk, you talk extensively in so many past episodes about the options men have. We oftentimes also talk about how the mentality of women nowadays has changed. Yeah. You know, from hot girl summer to OnlyFans accounts to, you know, online dating to, you know, getting the bag and all these type of ways. It's all about that. So I'm trying to figure out what is it really, you know, is it really worth it? So all out there that's tuning in right now, man, tap in. This conversation, the topic is are relationships worth it nowadays, right? So before we kind of dive in past those, you know, I had posted this question to my online Facebook story, Instagram story like that, because I be wanting to see how people feel off top before I even give my perspective. What's going on, Val? I see you out there showing love. So I'm saying to myself, okay, well, how do really people feel? Because to me, the way it seems to be coming across is as if it's not even worth it. So I posted this question on Instagram, says, do you believe relationships are worth it nowadays, right? And to my surprise, what was it got? 81, was it 60 something? People that you know put out the answer, they answered to the question in 67%. We got 33% said no, and 67% said yes. So 67% of people believe that, hey, relationships, they still worth it. You know what I mean? I ask a couple of people always, you know, when I'm around the streets and, you know me tapping in, I'm asking folks some of the questions I'm answering and asked tonight, right? So one lady, she was like, hey, well, you know, it depends on what you mean. But, you know, I've always got that. It depends, you know, how you look at it.
Depends on how you see it.
But so for the most part, people on Instagram were saying, yes, they believe that relationships are still worth it, right? So let me go on Facebook real quick, because Facebook also I had posted as well. And hold on, let me say 100% said yes.
Really?
Said yes, they still believe relationships are worth it. Now, to me, that's to my surprise. Because when you hear, like, I don't know, you counsel as well, Pastor Dozier. How you feel about what it seemed to be for the outlook of people you speak to when it comes to, is it worth it? Do it seem like, to me, the impression is it's not?
I get both sides of it, but sadly, lately, because so many things have been accepted the wrong way, it's a whole lot of people I get in there saying, man, I hate to say it, but they be like, it's just gonna be me and Jesus with it, because it's like, I hate to say it, but I kind of understand it, because
how do you feel about what it's play that thing, why?
But I got an issue with I see both sides of it, because we are living in a generation where so much is accepted in relationships. Think about all these new terms we got now. We got entanglements, we got open relationships, we got passes. Like, you know, you get these passes, the
hall passes.
Like you get these couples that they're single, then they get married and they both keep their other places.
Like
so
open
they
relationship and all that.
So they want to break for each other. What they call it the 3-4 thing I heard about now. You know, 4 days on, 3 days off. A marriage where you get
say what?
Yes, it's a real common thing where people can be married, they're gonna be, and to keep balance and for you to stay true to who you are for 3 days, you can go back to your spot and not necessarily be single, but it's saying, hey, be okay with you, and we're still like, it's just all. That's what I'm saying. The point, they got all these crazy options beyond all the other crazy stuff with, you know, the standards of people being faithful and this, and statistics of people that try really hard,
right,
end up with the wrong person. Man, it's because now before you meet somebody, like, think of what we talk about sometimes. You have to accept the fact now that if you're a woman, you meet a guy, he's probably gonna be talking to somebody.
The same thing. We talk about that though.
Right, but think about, there's nobody single anymore, just waiting on their Romeo, and this woman like nobody's just waiting anymore. So now it's like, I'm with this until I see what's going on.
Man, I'm with you, but
so I'm saying that's the reason why. I'm just saying there's a lot of elements that makes people say, hey, man, I might as well just be the kick it girl. Like, I might as well just kick it,
right?
Because trying to get that everlasting, it don't always work. So.
For better or worse, richer for poor, that's down to that. Yeah. My thing is this, right? So,
one can chase 1,000, 2 chase 2,000. You talking about the Bible? What are we talking about? That's scripture.
Listen, I don't know.
That's evangelism. What are we talking about? Souls? I thought it was my relationships tonight.
We're gonna see. My thing though is this, right? When it comes to all the things that's out there, here's where my beef is, right? You have, so I made this play. I said, man, it seems like when it comes to, in my lane, talking about relationship, this and that, you got a lot of people talking about relationship. It's a lane for that, right? You know, you got people that we all know, you know, and with whomever that you listen to and whomever you support, that's your business. But I oftentimes have beef with a person talking about relationships and either is not in a relationship, not married, or not had shown to be successful with whatever situation they had. Right. Now, people could say, hey, you can get good information anyway. I had some people on even YouTube say, hey, well, you know, even if you're not married, that don't mean that you can't give a person good advice. I'm looking at it like you can't show nobody how to get somewhere without you even going, right? And today, what I see a lot of people talking about is how you master dating, not master relationships. A lot of people talk about, oh, well, you know, this is what you do, this is how you get them, this is how you keep them, this is how you do that and the third, but nobody talk about the other side of it. And the stuff you got to go through and deal with and submit to and compromise with and all of that. What to me, I think that it ain't always bad, but it's just to say, hey, listen, you know what? Through all of this, it's more to it than just what you think. And I think so many people, since they trying to master dating, it's not even like you really your goal should be, hey, we dating with a purpose to get married, to actually see this thing through. But I think more of it is like, I'm asked to date from the aspect of how I was able to get all I wanted out of this situation without doing too much or without committing so much and all of that. So that's why one of the things, that's why the reason why I think people look at it like it ain't worth it, because anybody really on that.
Right. And
now, when it comes to relationships, oftentimes women feel like the only people that comment, the only people that have a response are men or women who are already in relationships. So I'm downtown right now. I can't tell you where I'm at, undisclosed location, but I'm trying to find some men. Okay, cool. Got it. All right. So listen, I'm gonna ask Buddy some questions. I'm gonna see if he can give us some answers. See if he's in a relationship or single. Hey, bro. Hey, listen. Are you do you have a lady or are you single?
No, I'm single, man.
Okay, cool. So we got one. All right. So listen, let me ask you some relationship questions. So a lot of women ask questions and want to know stuff about relationships, but it's most of the time coming from guys like myself, married in relationships and whatnot. So let me ask you, what's the most important thing to you when it comes to finding a woman and being in a relationship? What you looking for?
I just want a woman that can add to me. You know, if I got something going on, I want a woman that can multiply it. I think that's what women should do. So that's kind of my.
All right. So okay, I got to press that because a lot of women gonna say, I do that. I bring that. Mm-hmm. Whatever, you know, how they the cliche saying, man bring a house, we gonna make it into a home. You hear that a lot.
I hear that a lot, but I don't see it a lot.
So give me some details then. What, like, exactly how can she come and multiply? What that look like for you?
So like I said, like you said, get a house, make it a home. So if I'm able to pay bills and provide a house for my family, provide food for my family, I want my woman to make it a home, you know, make it quaint, be able to decorate, make it clean. Right. As far as food goes, I want a woman to be able to cook it, make it a meal. You know, those things are basic. And then as far as, you know, even progressing in life, finances, if I got a business, you know, and I got something that's working really well and it's taking most of my time, I want my woman to be able to allocate those resources elsewhere to bring more wealth to the family. You know? Okay, so now the gangster question is this: in order for her to be that and do those things, what do you feel like you would do to benefit her lifestyle? I think I have to have a plan. I got to be financially stable, obviously, and I have to have a plan of where we're going. I have to be able to, you know, lead her and direct her and where we need to go. And she just has to be able to submit and listen. So I think trust is a big thing. I gotta be trustworthy. Can't be cheating on her, going out, doing all these things. If I say something, I got to do it. And just be stable and be in my mission and know where I'm going. Right.
That's what's up. All right, so I appreciate your time, man. I would give you a handshake, but like, you know, everything ramping up right now.
It's out here, man. It's out here.
So it's fist pounds for now until we see something lower with the numbers. But I appreciate your time, bro.
Yes, sir.
So there you have it, ladies. So single man saying that, hey, he wants a woman to come in and add to his life, to be able to be a fixture and somebody that's going to organize for him, that's going to put things in place and make sure that whatever he's building, that you can help build. And he said, hey, I asked him, I said, what are you going to be able to provide for her that's going to make her feel like she's not, you know, doing things in vain? And so he gave y'all a clear breakdown of what he feels like as a single man he can provide. So let me know how y'all feel, man. Do you feel like it's enough? I'm sweating like a dog out here. This is for y'all. All right. So let me know. Is this enough? Do you feel like what gentleman was saying was sufficient enough for you ladies to come in and feel like that's an equal bargain? That's, you know what I mean? That's solid footing for you to plant seed in. Let me know how you feel in the comment section. It's Clarence Brown. I'm out here. I'm gonna try to get some more people if I can. But yeah, we out here, man. So tap in, Relationship Healing Code Male Translations Podcast. Subscribe to that on YouTube, and I'll see y'all again. All right. Which is more damaging, ghosting the person or letting them know, hey, listen, you just not what I'm looking for right now?
Letting them know. You really done. Like, really.